Hello, 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 hello. Today has been tech difficulty hell. Definitely. I notice, why is my model looking the wrong way? Everything's fucked up. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong today. It's been acting weird. What a scuffed start to the stream. Okay, I'm definitely not at my best today. Do a little bit of recalibration. And there we go. Things should be fixed now. My mouse seems to be having a mind of its own. I'm sorry to begin the stream with such scuff. Man, that shit really fucked everything up, huh? Testing. And maybe, okay. Maybe it just needs to readjust after a calibration. I don't know. Something's definitely not right lately. Maybe it's just because I'm running Final Fantasy XIV already. But yeah, it's a Final Fantasy XIV stream. Shit. I'm sorry. This is bugging me. I'm looking into it real quick. Just give me a second. Did a setting swap on me without me? What a fucked up start to the stream, huh? Anyways, I guess we're gonna have to deal with scuff today. Yeah, let's just head back. Let's head inside. Shit. Okay. Hello. Thank you for joining me. I don't have anything exciting for you today. I just have Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, Mechanic Cat. I want to say it's an early stream. I wanted to do earlier. That isn't quite what happened. So, long story short, I was doing a test recording, and I noticed the recording was... it was skipping around, so I'm like, okay, something messed up, because I haven't done a Final Fantasy stream since I've had the SSD failure, obviously. So I was like, okay, did something go wrong with the BIOS settings? So I had to go in and like kind of take a peek around, look at what other people were saying about Final Fantasy XIV, because, you know, old fucking game, but it's optimized like shit, runs like shit, and the recordings, the test recordings were obviously skipping around, and I'm like, okay. Turns out it's my old version of VLC that I have to use because of reasons. And, I just opened it up in the video file in a modern, like, more up-to-date version of a video software, and it ran just fine. So if I'm streaming and you notice anything, please let me know. I'm always trying to do the best that I can with these streams and give a good presentation and make sure everything is working. And, you know, it's been non-stop tech issues today, it feels, and then it's just my stupidity also. Like, if you want to get into streaming, there's a lot that could go wrong. There's a lot of things that you just kind of have to work around all these stupid, like, limitations and shit. It's not even just limitations, but like just scuff things in general. Like, why are things going wrong? Why is that not working correctly? What can I do to fix that? Now my mouth parameters seem like they're all fucked up, but they were working pretty well last night. I don't know. I don't like messing with things live on stream. I've already done that enough this stream. We haven't, it's like only been 11 minutes. We haven't even jumped into the game yet. I'm feeling self-conscious, like... But maybe VTube Studio just need to warm up a bit after recalibration. I don't know. But my mouth is definitely like very fucking fast, way too fucking fast, and it's weird. It's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see. Ba 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 wow 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 ba 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 ba. It's just increase the smoothing, I think, and sorry to begin with fucking tech shit. Try that setting. Ba ba ba. I think maybe that was it. Maybe that's what I needed to do. Okay. I'm sorry. We'll get into Final Fantasy XIV soon enough. This is your first stream of mine that you're ever watching. It's not normally like this. I'm usually a lot more prepared, a lot more quote-unquote professional. I got my shit together better most of the time, but today is not one of those days. My webcam decided it didn't even want to work either when I first launched VTube Studio, so I had to replug that in, and I'm like, okay, what else could possibly go wrong? And now, you know, we're in that stage of like, what has gone wrong, so... Yeah, hey Colchis, hey Colchis. So yeah, Mechanicat, Colchis, welcome to the stream. My Final Fantasy XIV bros. The real OGs that actually care about me playing this fucking Kusoge. If any... Hey Deco Dairy. Welcome, welcome. Happy All Saints Wake. So, I feel like maybe Halloween this year in Final Fantasy XIV has been... It got skimped on this year, honestly. But the last few Halloweens have been like pretty fucking cool events, and they added a lot. But this year's, you know, it's a little bit more subdued. They've had other work that they've needed to do for the expansion coming up, preparations for FanFest. A lot of the other previous events this year kind of had like really nice rewards and everything. And I feel like Halloween this year, you know, it's just kind of like, cool, they give you a little emote, that's about it. They don't give you anything fancy, no minion, no mount, no outfit, no nothing. It's, it feels pretty bare bones, it seems pretty bare bones. So what I'm basically expecting is a Halloween event that is just all dialogue and nothing really fancy. I know the manor makes a return, and I know the little, the Halloween area from last year makes a return, so hopefully I could actually get a good recording of it this time that doesn't fucking skip, because when I was recording this last year, I still hadn't figured out that tech issue, but fast forward now, I have definitely figured it out. When I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, I just have to use OBS in admin mode, so that it does not bottleneck. Like, Final Fantasy XIV likes to bottleneck the shit out of your system. So as long as OBS is being ran in admin mode, the game should be recording pretty smoothly. That's a trick that I learned with Final Fantasy XIV. So sorry for boring you with all this tech stuff and technical difficulties and me being fucking annoyed by VTube Studio at the very start of the stream. I tried to bring my I tried to bring my best, and sometimes the world and life has other plans, and just like, no, fuck you, Rick. Everything's gonna go fucking wrong today. Fuck you. Okay, let's hop into Final Fantasy XIV. I have to be looking at chat on my phone for this stream, so I am sorry if I miss any messages. I'll be reading a lot and it's generally hard for me to keep track of the chat when I have to look at the phone, because, you know, this is the life I've chosen as a one-monitor streamer, a life of suffering. Full-screen games tend to be a hassle for me to stream, so it's just something I gotta deal with until things eventually get better. When will they get better? I have no fucking idea. Anyways, yeah, see you guys in the game. Ooh. Ooh, spooky Final Fantasy. I mean, there we go. So, thank you. This is my little, this is my FC house. I just, you know, I just have an FC where it's just been abandoned, so it was passed on to me. And I just deck out my little house for seasonal stuff. And right across from it is my actual private medium house, because I got really fucking lucky during a period at which no one was playing the game before they introduced the lotto system, so I just managed to transfer both of the houses to a ideal location in Shirogane. Yeah, that's enough of me bragging. I have 2 houses. Most people can't even get one. But yeah, owning a house in Final Fantasy XIV, honestly, you don't want to, because fucking... that just means you have to keep subscribing to the game every month to keep your fucking house. So don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Thank you. It's just all my Halloween shit that I could fucking throw around in the house. I spent a while decorating it for Halloween. It's like, we're not even going to be spending much time here at all. So why the fuck did I think that was a good use of time? I don't know. I don't know. Keep it seasonal. My brain is all kinds of scrambled already. I'm all frazzled out. I wanted to get to bed a little bit early last night. I was uploading a VOD to YouTube. Internet kept cutting out over and over again, and I'm like, shit, I gotta make sure it's finished before I go to bed. And then just like I said, everything that could go wrong lately seems to be going wrong. How appropriate, it's nighttime and raining here. As per usual, the Halloween event happens over here in Gridania. There's so many people around. Hey, what's display name settings? Others. Never. Okay, that'll make things a little bit easier for me. Pet. Companion. Wait. I should have had this shit. Like, I lost all my goddamn Final Fantasy. Well, not all of them, but like what I had was outdated. How do I turn off the little minions? NPCs. There we go. That's better. That's better. At least I always bounce back. Kinda. Not always. Once something fucks up my groove, I'm kind of like messed up for a while. The fright stuff. The Adventurers Guild investigator is eyeing the festive displays with a healthy dose of suspicion. Oh my stars, could it be the self-same adventurer who helped us keep wickedness at bay and transformed All Saints' Wake from a night of screams into a day of revelry? Thank the 12 for bringing you to us, for the fiends of the realm knock at our door once again, and we need a dauntless soul to help us ensure they don't tear it off its hinges. The host of this year's Parade of Horrors is a woman with a pumpkin for a head. I shudder to consider whether this is some elaborate costume or... no, perhaps it's best not to know. Her strange appearance makes my skin crawl, to say nothing of her underlings. Why, one might think the Continental Circus was come again, hiding their monstrous intentions behind the guise of celebration. We can be grateful that none have yet fallen under their spell, but I fear it's only a matter of time. We must act quickly to unearth their schemes. I would begin a thorough investigation at once, but I'm afraid my surveillance duties here prevent me from moving freely. That, my friend, is why I need you. Approach this pumpkin-headed witch under the flag of friendship and offer your services to her ghastly celebration. If you catch even a whiff of foul deeds, I want you to put a stop to them before any innocents come to harm. I knew I could count on you. Now then, you can find our quarry just across the way at Miketo's amphitheater, where she is doubtless attempting to draw any and all passerbys into her ungodly procession? Humor her for now. But take care not to fall victim to her honey-eyed words. So yeah, very, very fucking scuffed ass stream. Don't expect I'm gonna be adjusting things on the fly. Hehehe. It is you. I knew your arrival was inevitable, for any who once indulged in the revelry of All Saints' Wake cannot resist a chance to relive their experience. Very familiar with us. Oh, such eagerness. We are ever in need of willing hands to help with the festivities, preferably with bodies still attached. Of course, I understand you have been tasked with bringing to light any iniquity on my part, but you know from experience that I am perfectly harmless, so you are free to conduct your little investigation if it pleases you. Together, I believe we can make this All Saints' Wake into one that will be remembered for moons to come. Yet, before we begin, allow me to illuminate the history of this event and our intentions here. On this most unhallowed of nights, the saints revel in their palatial heavens, and as their judgment eyes become leaden from drink, the impure are free to feast and frolic without fear of punishment. In ages past, the common folk would rue the coming of this night and cower in their homes. That is, until the adventurers took it upon themselves to rid the streets of evil, thus turning the event into a celebration of your collective bravery. A joyous happening, to be sure. But what of the goblin, the ghost, and the gremlin? Unfortunately, there are many monstrous sorts who yet consider this night to spread fear like a plague. And so it struck me, what if All Saints' Wake could be an occasion for celebration among mortals and monster alike? I believe there is room for light in even the darkest of hearts. Which brings me to the question of your involvement. I would have you aid a minion of mine named Papa Gruff in facilitating an All Saints' Wake that will allow yours and mine to join hands in mutual merriment. Perhaps you know Papa Gruff. He was once a void scent so depraved that his kin spoke of him only in hushed whispers, but I have since shackled, or rather politely reasoned with him to commit devilry no more. Knowing of his formidable magical prowess, I have set him to work under those guiding words, frightened enough to trickle, but not to scar. Fear need not be an unpleasant experience, and Papa Gruff is doing his utmost to strike that delicate balance between felicity and fright, not with much success, as I understand. I would love to proffer him advice Sorry. I would love to proffer him advice myself, but I believe one such as you would know better what appeals to the mortals of this city. Might you give your beleaguered Papa Gruff a few words of advice? Hehe, thank you, truly. He should be putting on a performance near the Leatherworkers Guild at present, assuming he has yet to be chased from Gridania's borders. Please speak with him and give him my encouragement. Okay. Ba-ba. Right, I have the yokai umbrella. I should have that out during Halloween. It can only micromanage things and not like, what should I have this for this stream and what should I have that, this and that. It's like, it gets overwhelming sometimes trying to be so theme-centric with streams. But I like this umbrella a lot. It's really cute. It's got its little flappy tongue. But yeah, when I'm walking around, like, the frames are completely normal, correct? Everything's smooth, everything's working. We're not getting any lag, I hope. The recording came out fine. I don't know about streaming itself, though. Now, Papa Gruff here was from the past 2 previous events. So, these events always have consistent characters to them. And they evolve as the years go on. Yeah, it looks good on stream? Okay, thank you. My past Final Fantasy XIV streams are riddled with a lot of scuff and bad frame rates, and sometimes they would just drop so low and not work, and I was like, how do I fix this? And like, streaming this game is tough. So many people have issues with this game on like the technical level. It's just so it's so weird. You're that meddlesome adventurer. Used to be very evil. Rather, I see tidings of my humble performance have reached even your ears, good sir. Please honor me with your presence as my guest of honor. Without further ado, I shall summon a fell beast before your very eyes. I only hope you've brought a change of small clothes. A monster? It'll take more than a magician's cantrip to scare me. Look here, my dear thrill seekers. Here lies an ordinary pumpkin, or is it? Take care not to blink, for any moment of distraction may well be your last. Oh, the terror, those bloodthirsty eyes, those razor-sharp fangs. Flee if you dare, but this hellhound will chase you to the ends of the earth to have its awns of flesh, and I would know, considering the scars of its wrath upon my backside. Imagine each and every pumpkin adorning this fair city transformed into such a thing. Why, dread would prey upon Gridania. To the last ilm, if I made it so. A veritable banquet of chaos. Bloody brilliant. You drew us in all that talk of monsters, only to dash our expectations with an adorable pup. I admit some confusion at first, but now I see you are a clown among clowns. Not a single blood-curdling scream, but a smile is not a complete failure, I suppose. Ah, my pumpkin-headed master asked you to help me? Well, allow me to peel back the curtain, as they say. Consider our previous acquaintance. This hardly bears repeating, but my true form is that of a void scent. My, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose it would be inconvenient if you ran away screaming after every sideways glance in my direction. Now, for the matter of this furry abomination. The furry abomination. Me when I see a Hrothgar. Frightened enough to tickle, but not to scar, is the agreement that binds me to my master. I do not need to be told twice that summoning any of my kind would be in gross violation of that covenant. So, remembering the deceptively winsome countenance of this vicious hellhound, I thought it would strike the perfect balance between horrifying and heartwarming. That is, until a child at an earlier show burst into tears at the pup's appearance. Now, I've seen a man react with a hearty laugh to the exact same dog, with nary a trace of fear in his voice. The difference is vexing. Tell me, is a puppy something to be feared or cuddled? Feared by children, cuddled by adults, but sometimes the opposite. Or depends. What frightens one may make another smile. I like the second option. Do you jest? You mean to say your kind's definition of terror differs from person to person? I admit, that does explain the sheer contrast in reactions I've observed so far, and it does place me between a rock and a hellish, soul-rending place. If my task was simply a matter of bringing people to fearful tears, the ground beneath you would already be soaked through. How in the hell's good name does one frighten to a tickle? Ah, but you with your delicate sensibilities can teach me to mix dread and delight into a charmingly chilling concoction. Let us begin at once. Wait, can I be having... Actually didn't test this out yet. I don't think the fashion accessories will show up in cutscenes. But I hear at FanFest, they're gonna allow us to actually finally have a toggle to keep our glasses on, if we want. So I could always have glasses on no matter what. Fucking finally, it only took them like so many expansions to do that. Let us get right to it, eh? First we need to find people to scare, but not scar. Your kind seem to gravitate towards the pumpkins we've placed throughout the city, which creates the perfect opportunity for mild mischief. One of our displays should be just over the hill, and another near the Lancers Guild. Your job is to tell me what to transform the pumpkins into once we find suitable test subjects. Let's see how well you tickle. Papa. Just checking on some things real quick. Making sure. Mouth tracking was bugging me. It was working fine last night, so I'm like Maybe a setting, like, got reset somewhere. I don't know how. Don't usually use glasses for my character, but I'm happy that they're adding the option. Yeah, I mean, I may not be wearing glasses right now, but I do wear glasses. I am a glasses wearer, so life is suffering as a VTuber, especially because glasses fuck with your tracking so much. Sorry for the immersion break. I'm not a sexy demon that I'm a nerd demon. Actually, I wear glasses. So, glasses glare, glasses frames. When I have to look down, it thinks I'm closing my eyes sometimes. I gotta remember to push my glasses up on my face. I'm such a fucking nerd. Ugh. An All Saints Wake performance? Very well, but I face slavering monsters almost daily, so we'll take something quite fantastic to make me flinch. Oh, I could make him flinch so hard his heart would burst in his chest. But that's neither here nor there. What type of ghoul would be suitable? Give him the ghastliest ghoul you can muster. I'm trapped in the gnome. Well, if you say so, allow me to oblige. Egads! That gave me quite a fright. I only hope I never face such a monstrosity on one of my patrols. Else my final act might be to soil my breeches. Well played, well played. I'm so jealous of his Cassie earring. That thing's so fucking rare. If I got that, like, I'd be wearing it all the time. But I do have the bluebird earring, so, like, I don't... Like, that earring never leaves my ear. I try to always keep it on. If I can. The problem with this current system of fashion accessories, sometimes it's hard to use your run bar. So I'll unfortunately have to be glassesless because I wanted the horns for this stream. I like how Papa Gruff is basically a good guy now. The first time he debuted in a Halloween event, which was kind of before I was VTubing, there is an entire dungeon that we could go through where him and his Void Sent family were gathering people to steal their souls. And it was like a really cool little dungeon, but they haven't brought it back. And they haven't brought back the Manor dungeon either, which is sad because, you know, it's kind of fun to have a dungeon that's just holiday activities and stuff, but I don't know if that's just like the player base is just bad at solving puzzles, and the player base has grown so much now that, like, it's a little more dumber. Like, the average of the intelligence has gone down in Final Fantasy XIV, maybe. That, like, doing simple things and riddles and puzzles just doesn't quite work. I don't know. It would be nice if they, like, brought it back as just, like, an activity to do. It's kind of sad, because I would have loved to showcase those dungeons. Then, like, last year, we kind of, like, we solved the issue of Papa Gruff and his family. And now he's just a good guy hanging out with us this event. So he's been a consistent character for the past 2 years. Those decorations are so scary. You're not here to trick me, are you? This one is ripe for the picking. Heh. Forget I said anything. So, what type of ghoul do you suggest? Yeah, I love the continuation with these events too, Colchis. The most appalling abomination you can conceive of, and don't skimp on the ooze. Something spoopy. Cough. Pardon me, spooky. The hellhound ate my homework levels of dread. You would do that to a trembling child? Who's the real monster here? Okay, no. They want something spoopy. Goddamn localizers. If you really think so. Yee! Huh? You know, when you look at it, it's actually kind of cute. The puff of smoke was a little scary, though. I think I'm beginning to understand. If a fright doesn't kill your kind, it can actually be somewhat pleasant. I believe I'm ready to take the proverbial stab at it. Come. There should be more pumpkins around Apkalu Falls. My throat's feeling a little bit scratchy today, which isn't a good sign because I need to be doing more and more streams as we get closer to Halloween. I don't got much time. Halloween's almost here. Surprised it's been raining so long. Like, I kind of picked a good time to stream, I guess, thematically, for me at least. I love all the little decorations they put around towns. Don't tell me you're supposed to send a chill down my spine. Clowns are babies. Clowns are for babies. For babies, are they? I'll make this last wish she was back in her mother's womb. You there, little girl. Look upon this pumpkin. A monster. What an impressive magic. My heart won't stop pounding. Ma will have the fright of their life when I tell them I saw a real honest-to-God's monster. I can't wait to tell them. Little Erico Christie here. I'll think twice before I insult a clown again. Thank you for the thrills. Back to Illbleed she goes. Did she say thank you? I scared her near out of her shoes and she thanks me? Can't say I've experienced that before. I dare say, I even enjoyed it. Yes, now it's time to capitalize upon this newfound tickling skill of mine. Let us visit the display near the Whistling Miller next. Now, growing up, I'd always worry about, oh, is it gonna rain during Halloween night? Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna rain? It happened a few times. But the rain wouldn't stop me. I'd still go out trick-or-treating in the rain. It just means more candy for me, because everyone's like, oh, well, no one was out trick-or-treating tonight, so here, have 2 handfuls of candy. I'd be like, yeah. Good day to you, young lady. Might you join me in celebrating the joyous occasion that is All Saints' Wake? Celebrate? That's the last thing on my mind. Please go and bother someone else with that ghoulish makeup. Oh my, aren't you in a fright and not the good kind either? What happened, lass? Papa Gruff is here to help. You'll really help? Well, I could certainly do worse than a clown. I've come to the Great Loam Growery, although fled from is probably more appropriate. I was tilling the fields, like always, when I heard a frightful voice from behind me. I turned around to meet it and came face to face with the foulest monster I've ever seen. When I regained my senses, I was here, my throat hoarse from screaming. No power in the realm could persuade me to return, not while that horror wanders unchecked. A monster? But we haven't visited the growery yet. What could it have been, do you think? We might have a real demon on our hands. You may very well be right. Those illusions I summoned are no more capable of free movement than the pumpkins they sprang from. Yes, no doubt, there are voids sent running amok. Here I am, tying myself into knots, trying to learn the subtleties of spookery, while some uncouth brute goes rampaging through the Twelves Wood with nary a thought towards artistry. I can relate to that feeling. If we forgive such behavior, our efforts to find glee and terror will have been for naught. Tremble and fear no longer, lass. We shall investigate the matter. Truly, you're the first people to believe my claims are more than seasonal mischief. Oh, I knew Father was wrong when he said all clowns were villains. Thank you. Again, those words ring strangely in my ears. However, 'tis not an entirely unpleasant sensation. I know this wasn't why you were sent to assist me, but there's no way of telling how many of my kind we may find. A single void clown could only achieve so much. So would you lend me your aid in case the situation gets undesirably bloody? Thank you. Look at me, expressing gratitude, and to one of your kind, no less. Well, no matter, let us depart to the Great Loam Growery and settle this. Got a drink, so I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Okay, let us continue with the quest. Oops, wrong window. I love having one monitor. Makes everything a pain in the ass. That's a nice little glamour right there. Actually making use of the really old pumpkin head reward. Our roguish quarry is close, doubtless lying in wait somewhere to catch us unawares. Once they show themselves, don't indulge them with anything but a face of stony indifference. Boo! I've killed gods. You're just an imp in a pod. Oh, come on. As I thought, a fellow void sent. And what, pray tell, are you doing here? Brother of the Void? Then you know why I'm here. For the Night of Devilry. Once we were free to Kuros, creep and caper, guided by the great pumpkin-headed Archfiend. For too long, we have been denied our demonic rights. It is I who shall reinstate our grandest event. Yes, the age of Great Gourd shall give way to the era of Great Pot. Even now, my allies lie in wait throughout the city, ready to usher in the Night of Devilry. You must join us, brother. Join us as we rise again. No. What? Why? Even if I wanted to, my covenant prevents me from engaging in the wanton vileness you propose. Regardless, I have no desire to join you for some cheap jaunt through the city with only a few startled mortals to show for it. Such indelicate devilry would only result in our swift and total annihilation. Spoken like a true coward. Don't tell me you're frightened of some sharpened sticks and clumsy clubs. Oh, but I am frightened. As you too would be, had you tasted the full brunt of my master's fury. Perhaps you may yet, if you continue to insist upon this foolish course. I have learned how to blend in with the people here and extract terror in such a way that does not tempt retaliation. Yeah, because I kicked your ass like 2 years ago. Your plan would bring but a single night of debauchery. Learn how to cohabit, however, and our collective revelry can last forevermore. Greater than my minions and I will devour you and your puny popoto of a friend. Oh. I wonder if that's like specifically like it knows that I'm a Lalafell, so it refers to me as a popoto. That head, the great gourd. Naughty children ill-deserve to join in the festivities. They should be happy as decorations, to serve as an example for any who would follow in their footsteps. Thank you, Mechanicat. I'll take another drink. My lady, how pleasant it is to see you. Dare I ask why you grace us with your presence? I caught wind of a void scent disturbing. Caught wind of a void scent disturbance and came here to investigate. When I heard your voices, I knew something was afoot. I must say, I am quite pleased that you see the merit in my approach to All Saints' Wake. Yet something must be done about the other beasts that have crept into the city. Let us give them the same treatment and continue enjoying this unhallowed season on our own terms. With your help, rounding up our reckless kin should prove to be a simple matter. Let us make this All Saints' Wake an occasion to remember for those who dwell in the light and shadow alike. In your sight, any errant ghouls, perform the spell I demonstrated earlier. In so doing, we shall convince the residents of Gridania that the source of their supposed nightmares was not but a cluster of mundane pumpkins. This wand possesses the transformative power you require. Simply swing it about in a grandiose manner and point it at your target. Once the charm has been cast, I shall collect the pumpkins. I understand they are quite delicious when baked in pie. Hehehe. And so we got the reward early. Let's we'll replace that for now. Put that away so my minion comes out. There's my wind-up Edda. So it's it's a goofy little emote. Oh wait, what am I doing? The quest is still over there that I gotta go pick it up. And just when I was getting the hang of being the life of the party instead of the death of it, let's wrap this up quickly, lest this year's All Saints Wake be remembered as a disaster. I sense something sinister lurking deeper in these fields. As well as trailing ahead to the east, perhaps towards the market or Lancers Guild. Splitting up would be the easiest way to end this quickly. I'll escort the botanist from earlier back here and deal with whatever still haunts the growery. That's a Ness cosplay right there. Nice. That's cute. I shall use the opportunity to convince her that what she witnessed before was nothing but an overzealous pumpkin. Just put her heart at ease. And we'll leave the rest of Gridania to you. Once the Void Scent have been verily vegetated, meet me at Mikedo's amphitheater so we can deliver my masters news of our success. Now, let the show begin. Yeah, that's the cute little Ness cosplay that everyone's got their little Halloween costumes on for the event. Well, mostly everyone. My Halloween costume this year is kind of lame. I'm just using the doctor's outfit with a few different pieces, and I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of anything this year. Let's teleport to the Lancers Guild and make this a little bit faster. I love these decorations because if you just kind of like hang around enough, they just like do a little like spooky jitter. Just hang out here for a bit. Take another drink. It's a big reason why I like also doing the Final Fantasy events. Like, there's many reasons why I like streaming them, but reading Final Fantasy XIV stuff out loud kind of like helps me get some practice in on pronunciation, reading, maybe trying to do other voices, though I don't make too much of an effort to do other voices. It's definitely good practice for streaming, for sure. It's gonna do the thing. Is it gonna do the thing? Come on, do the thing. There's some other like weird, creepy stuff in Final Fantasy XIV. Like, there's apparently some ghosts that kind of appear. I know Edda, as long as you don't have the entire quest line completed, you can see Edda's ghost. Who is Edda? Well, You're gonna have to look up some YouTube videos on Final Fantasy XIV's like creepiest NPC and side story that it's kind of hard to explain it in full. And I'm definitely not gonna do a good job at it. The pumpkin? Wait, this is all part of the All Saints Wake festivities, isn't it? I must say, that made my heart skip a beat. If this is what adorns the streets, I cannot wait to see what the main stage has in store. Okay. Everyone's just gonna be zapping each other with the, like, this is gonna become a very annoying emote to have. No force can rival that of terror, and upon terror we feast. Skibbity-doo-doo-doo. What's that saying go? The wizard meme? Something, your dick is now... I don't know. What? It's just a pumpkin. I knew the wood whalers wouldn't let such a wicked thing into the city. I've never seen such a feat of illusion before. If the rest of All Saints Wake is as entertaining, I'd best go and find the main event. Yeah, it's a really nice feeling in Final Fantasy XIV. Is like when you're hanging out in the rain and you actually like just go into a nice area afterwards. How's the audio been? Because I had to rebalance all the audio for Final Fantasy, so I don't know if you could hear the ambience as well, or if everything's kind of clear. But yeah, you just hang out underneath of this. You're not getting wet. I'll probably have to review in the VOD later and just kind of see, and then maybe like do some more test recordings and see if I get everything right. Yeah. Huh? What? It was a pumpkin the whole time? I can't believe I fell for that, but now I know it was just a trick. I'd like to see it again. You have turned all the prowling void sent into harmless pumpkins. Papa Gruff awaits at Miketo's amphitheater to hear tidings of your success. Yeah, this is a more story-oriented... What is that down there? Oh, that's just, okay. Seeing glowing armor like that in Final Fantasy XIV is so weird because we're not used to that, and we haven't been used to that for the longest time. So seeing stuff like that is it is a head turner in this game, even though it's not really anything too special. Being a WoW player for so many years, like you get used to like so many glowy effects on things, and it's just kind of like absurdly stupid gear that you get used to those things. And in Final Fantasy, it's a lot more muted. Everyone is just kind of like normal and like not shiny. They have shiny weapons. That's about it, but the shiny weapons were usually difficult to acquire. So seeing it on armor like this guy right here, he's got some artifact weapons or something. But then that has been Endwalker gear for some of the raids, where it just has glowy particle effects. There you are. I took care of the void scent still haunting the Great Loam Growery. Did your hunt go as smoothly? Good, good. Now I can safely say that only frights in store for the citizens of Gridania are of the decidedly entertaining variety. I took the liberty of gathering the pumpkins you created. Their punishment will not be eternal, but they can stand to remain in their current form for the duration of the festivities. It is the least they can do in repentance. There you are, my fearless clown. Thank you for reassuring me. I had worried I might have to retire from my position at the Great Loam Growery and seek less haunted climates. As the master of the Botanist Guild, allow me to extend my personal thanks for helping my gifted pupil avoid such a decision. It would have been a grievous loss for all of us. Oh, it was no trouble at all. In fact, I should thank you for being such an exemplary audience. A true entertainer brings his all to every stage. Be it a grand amphitheater or a cozy vegetable patch, I only hope you were half as thrilled as I was. That scary, whatever that was, looks so real. I never could have guessed it was just a garden variety pumpkin. Truly, I feel privileged to have seen a master of illusion at his craft. As do I. That every day we're so thrilled with surprises. As a token of our thanks, we've made some pumpkin cookies from our most recent crop. Please enjoy them in good health. I do believe I can get used to this being thanked thing. Well, since you've gone through the trouble, I'd best eat them before they've cooled. To my good health. This is delicious! This flavor, I've never tasted anything like it. The cookie's aether is tinged with something I can't quite pin down. It's bold, but not overpowering. Is this the taste of gratitude? Oh, how much of my life have I wasted only supping on terror, when all along a whole world of flavors was left neglected. Hey, Nano. Welcome, welcome. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I shall consider your words a compliment nonetheless. These cookies are but a small token of my appreciation. I only wish I could have given more. Do you mean I could potentially receive more gifts? If frightened or performing my act will get me more baked delights, I'd better get to work straight away. Why, this is shaping up to be quite the All Saints' Wake indeed. I could have not imagined a better day of celebration for all. Our success here is no small part thanks to you, as I believe that Papa Gruff now has matters well in hand. I shall return to my manor. Pray visit if you are so inclined. Ah yes, before I forget, do apprise that troublesome investigator of what has transpired here. Maybe he will finally cast his prying eyes elsewhere. Little ghosts. You're like it's like, instead of just slapping the props anywhere they can, they like to just do little goofy setups of things like this, and they kind of change it up every year. Sometimes they'll be telling little stories with the props. Like they do a good job at decorating. You always notice there's the Ness again. Nintendo Ness. Could actually be either or. Oh wait! Before I forget, the bespeckled peddler. Don't they usually have like the sexy Catwoman doing the provocative pose? I'm gonna be sad if they removed her for good. Yeah, that streams tomorrow, Nano. I'm gonna do Splatfest tomorrow. Because like I like to do it for the tricolored when those activate. But I'm gonna try and do it early tomorrow. Maybe around 3 p.m. I'll start and get most of it done. That way I should kind of maybe wrap up around 6. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. The earlier I could start, the better. What a fantastic yarn. Monsters plotting against monsters, all to make us happy. I admit I find your story hard to swallow, but I see no reason why a fellow guild member would lie. Very well, I shall take your tale at face value and consider these to be glad tidings indeed. However, I cannot help but wonder if this is all an elaborate ruse. They knew we were watching them, and what may have compelled them to put on a show of charity. After all, monsters cannot change its skin overnight. I shall continue to keep a close eye on their activities from afar. I thank you for everything you've done, and hope against hope that the evil has been laid to rest. Let's head to the haunted manor. I'll just hide my HUD here, run around and enjoy this. So this is normally a regular spooky dungeon of the game, full of like monsters, bats, like skeletons, you name it. But for Halloween, they converted to this little hub area they could kind of run around and hang out in and take pictures and all that. And of course they have the goofy, cute song to accompany it. So previous years, there was that dungeon event that I mentioned, where they converted this into like kind of a scavenger hunt kind of thing, where each room could have the goals in it. Sometimes you'd be going around trying to find and open pumpkin containers to gather cookies and treats and all that. Others would be going into rooms to find scraps of paper that would have a code on it. And then you would have to, like, everyone would have to piece together the code and figure it out. But some of those, like, doing that with random people is a little difficult sometimes. Because not everyone was as smart, and there'd be like ghosts and monsters prowling through the hallways and stuff, so if you got caught, the overall party had like a health meter, like once it depleted, you would basically fail the instance, but that was back when the player base was a little, you know, it was just like a lot of the older people that were still playing Final Fantasy and not a lot of the newcomers. So I imagine with a lot of the newcomers, as I said earlier, the average intelligence of the XIV player is probably diminished a bit. But still, we could just kind of run around here and enjoy it now, which is nice. I do miss the dungeon though. It was a fun little like scavenger hunt, but it kind of sucked to do it to grind rewards. I would like it as like an optional thing that you could do. In this main area here, people can talk to some of the NPCs. These guys right here. And they could actually turn into various characters from the story. Let's see. Not this one. Here in May. Who crossed time and space to protect the star. Oh my god. It's me, John Final Fantasy. This is like the canonical look of the Warrior of Light. Instead of being this little small potato ass, I could just actually be a man now. No more Lalafell. Shatter my kneecaps. But no, god damn it, I'm a Lalafell. This would be the end area, like once you solved the 3 riddles that were like randomized for the dungeon, you'd end up here and get your reward. I miss it. Bring it back, Square. Square Enix, bring it back. I want it. Do more holiday dungeons, they're fun. You go through all the effort to like make those dungeons, and then like you sadly can't do them anymore. You can only look at the recordings people do of past events, which is sad. I mean, lore-wise, they could still do this one. The Papa Gruff one, like, that was a cool 1 year only kind of thing. Uh-oh. Someone's hanging out in the torture device corner. Ooh. And this isn't the only hub area that we see some Halloween stuff this year. There's the other hub area too that I still need to go to. Sorry, only Valentine's Day dungeon. Yeah. I mean, that one's fun too. It's not fun to grind the Halloween ones over and over again for rewards, especially if it's like a piece of furniture you really wanted to. I know like the pumpkin towers, it's not this one specifically, it's a different kind of pumpkin tower, but I grinded a hell of a lot 1 year to get many of those, and like you had to do the dungeon to get those. Because that's a really good Halloween decoration, and I'm glad I got it that year. Now we just need to check out the upstairs. I like how everyone else here is like happy, all the pumpkins are smiling, and this guy, like, he got walked on by a cat. He's like, No ghost coming out of the portrait right there. This would normally be the boss room of the dungeon. You got pumpkins like carrying furniture too. Like they're cleaning everything up and reorganizing it. You know, just cute little storytelling elements through decorations. A giant ghost mom on the deathbed, the entire family surrounding, or something. Like, what could this be? You're a ghost, you can't die, you're already dead. Can't get up on the rail. Let's see. I'll put that in the Discord real quick. There we go. Actually, I probably could have did a pose for that. Wrong one. There we go. Little shitty gremlin pose. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta get it just right. Is that... This is a Final Fantasy player's favorite pastime is using the G pose and taking screen caps. There are entire cultures of people who play this game that have Instagrams for their characters. They have adventure blogs. They take it pretty seriously. I kind of thought about doing it once, but I decided against it because I was just like, nah. Seems like too much effort to make another account that I don't really want to manage. After a while, you kind of get sick making multiple accounts to, like, of all facets of your life. Oh hey, Discord didn't launch in streamer mode. I'm sorry. There we go. Fucking streamer mode for Discord pisses me off. It never activates when I need it to activate. And then it activates at the most inopportune time and silences everything. So not really anything ever going up here except for, you know, the giant ghost over there. Ooh, spooky. Crush my fucking kneecaps. I'm hungry. My stomach's growling. I shouldn't be hungry. I had a pretty big sandwich earlier today. I got home and I was like, oh man, it's so cold. And I got a hot sandwich and then I ate it and then passed out. Got some sleep because I had a terrible night of sleep last night. Now we could go to the Sneaky Hollow. So this was newly added last year with a bunch of new Halloween decorations that we haven't seen before. So they already have enough items for like the next years if they ever want to add these as something we could get for our houses, but it really does suck that sometimes it feels like they're trickling like one item a year instead of giving us multiple. They got these little spots so you can like do little photo shoots. I want this tree for my front yard if I could have it. Here, I'll put that in the... So you got more of the costume appliers. I can't remember that. I think for one of my streams, I did a fucking actual Joker outfit. Oh hey, they're all the different versions of the fucking John Final Fantasy. Doing a stupid ass dance up on the... Like each one for each expansion you could turn into. Yeah, it's just a cute little Halloween hub to hang out in. You don't really do much here. It's just for roleplay reasons. It's seasonal reasons. It's just you know, for taking screen caps and stuff and enjoying Final Fantasy. If you're a role player, which I am on a role player server. This guy's been hitting the cookies too hard. Secret stash. So basically, just like kind of come here with friends, put on costumes, hang out, whatever. Get some screen caps, post them on Twitter, use the Final Fantasy XIV tag, give them free advertising for their game, show them how cool their game is to everyone else so that more people play it, and then more people spread that shitty meme around and piss everyone off. And if you want to play Final Fantasy, just maybe give it a try. If not, then you know, you don't have to. Another photo op, but I'm not gonna bother. We have the graveyard portion over here. God, my stomach won't stop growling. Would you rather be inside a pot or a grave? Now we got some void scent just kind of like hanging out around here too. Another photo op if you so choose. Yeah. Just a cool little Halloween-y hub to hang out in. I really like the pumpkin patch area over here. Look at my pumpkins, my wonderful pumpkins. Oh, we have a guest. Wait. Pumpkin cookie? What was the pumpkin cookie emote? Let's just do that. Pretend to be Harry Potter. I gotta freeze it at a better time. Does that look good? I'm not really a really good... You're a wizard, Ricky. I'm not really a good screen cap taker for Final Fantasy XIV, so... There's a way to apply that filter so that the entire game is as colorful. But that's kind of against TOS, so I don't do it. I wanna keep my account. I don't wanna lose it, so. But a lot of people who mod Final Fantasy basically apply that filter permanently. That's pretty much it for this year's Final Fantasy XIV Halloween event. That's a little quest, you know, it's just story heavy, no dungeons related to it. You get access to the manor, you get access to this area again. I was wondering, like, is there any creepy dungeon I could potentially do for you guys? But there are a few creepy ones, but out of context, they wouldn't really be that good. So, Edda, I suggest looking into Edda and Edda's ghost. If you did this quest line but never finished Palace of the Dead, you would have a chance to see Edda's ghost appear in Gridania behind a lamppost. And it's like a very small chance that she'll just appear for like 5 seconds and disappear. And it's like it's very indirect storytelling. But once you lay her soul to rest, she just stops appearing, sadly. So I unfortunately can't, you know, do a ghost hunt in Final Fantasy. But that would just be wasting a lot of time and not really interesting. That's just better off something that you do by yourself and just be recording. I don't know. Actually, okay. You had no idea about Edda's ghost, Colchis? Look it up. Ah shit, I forgot to hide that. There we go. Anyways, sorry for the short stream. These streams are typically short anyways. It's Final Fantasy XIV. I could find ways to stretch it out if I want, but I want it to be just concisely like Halloween or whatever. Maybe next year I could showcase some of the spooky dungeons or whatever. I don't know. I'm feeling Actually, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why the fuck not? I'm like, I'm hungry. I should no. I want. It's only been an hour and 34 minutes. I'll do some spooky dungeons for you guys. Let's hop back into the fucking game. Let me get set back up. I'm like, nah, that'd be lame of me to. It feels like it would have been. Let's see. It feels like it would have been kind of a waste. We'll do Hawk Manor as it normally is. But, I should make sure to have the cutscenes. You can see my fluoride stare portrait, because I always fucking forget to change it. Where was the character settings again for that? Sorry for the scuff. Here we go. We'll get the intro this time. Ock Manor. I fell in love with this place when I first started playing Final Fantasy XIV, because it's like one of the earliest dungeons you can do. So we're blocked from going upstairs. It's a very low-level baby dungeon. So you have succubi just flying around. I'm overtuned for this. I'm gonna just be one-shotting everything. This is just a little run-through, preview of what these dungeons can be. Can I do Stormblood? I think I can maybe do Stormblood solo at this point. It shouldn't be too hard. Did I still have the music? What is it? No? You can find keys, you can unlock doors. Some doors lead to nowhere. There's so much Final Fantasy lore that I forget a lot of it, though. Got some fine wax, which I think fine wax actually... I think that sells for a decent amount, because it actually crafts some furniture. Did I come across a music glitch? Why did the music stop? Usually a lot of these extra rooms get skipped because there's nothing here besides maybe a treasure chest. And people usually like they want to speed through the dungeon as fast as possible. They don't want to explore or show you anything. She would be the first boss. Drops the green key. It's just playing, it's not playing the music. Did something happen to my music setting? Maybe it's just like this by design. Maybe I have just forgotten, because sometimes I just play with the music off. Did they make any adjustments to how this works? Did they actually fix the stairs? I think they fixed the stairs. This used to be a drop where there was no return, and you would have to use your return to go to the start of the dungeon, but people would always get confused about that. The enemies die so fast it doesn't kick in. Oh, is that a new glitch that's been introduced? I see. Maybe I shouldn't even kill enemies. I'll let these skeletons hang out with me for a bit. Team Skeleton. What a scuffed ass stream this has been, huh? I don't feel 100% for this one, to be honest. But hey, it's a Final Fantasy stream. I never feel 100% for Final Fantasy streams, honestly. So it's this one right here, the locked door. It's kind of spookier without the music, though. That was a double boss. Bloody parchment, that's a key item. Oh, and they added the ethereal flow here, so it just teleports. Like, this used to not be the thing. You would be stuck down here, and then the stairs behind us to get back up would be broken. But they foolproofed it, so like people don't get stuck down there, because a lot of new players would get stuck because they wouldn't know, like, they wouldn't have return on their bar, or they wouldn't even know you could use return in dungeons like that. All this stuff over here. I think this is optional. And as you can see, yeah, this part is always broken no matter what mode the dungeon is in. Attack hound. It's just extra treasure. Pretty much worthless items. We got the final boss of this dungeon. Alright, well, enjoy her because she's just dead. One shot. Hell yeah, killed that succubi. Let me grab my shitty treasure and get the fuck out of here. Oh hey, I actually got the musical scroll. So that is one of the spooky dungeons. We got quite a bit. There's a hard version of Hawk Manor. We will do that one. So this would be returning to Hawk Manor at a recent, later date, where it is just filled with void scent and something has gone completely wrong here. They kind of stopped doing these dungeon remixes very early on in Final Fantasy XIV's life. I think they still did some during, I think, Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, and then like kind of after Stormblood they stopped doing it. I like the music that plays in the old hard modes, though. It's such a fun little track. Thought about putting it in the pre-show music for this stream, but I don't know, for some reason I went against it. Now these hard modes used to basically just be optional dungeons, so not everyone always has them unlocked, so they tend to be rare because like people have to go out of their way to usually unlock these extra dungeons. They used to have like 2 dungeons per patch cycle, and now it's typically like only 1 dungeon. So it's to not overwhelm the players with so many different dungeons, but at the same time it kind of sucks that they don't release them at the pace that they used to, but they put more effort into the dungeons now, perhaps, maybe. Visually, they're a lot more interesting and packed full of things to see, but still, like, going back and recycling some of these older dungeons, I still think it's pretty cool. And sometimes it's like it takes you down different paths of the dungeon that you previously didn't go. Because normally we wouldn't go to the right of the upper side of the mansion. Yeah, and this was back when like dungeons actually had traps in them. But the average player is, you know, not good at dealing with shit like this, so they don't bother. A lot of dungeons have just turned into pull everything and then kill it with AoEs, which is unfortunate. They got less and less experimental with dungeons. But some of the older dungeons of A Realm Reborn definitely did kind of show their age after a while. Like, the design philosophy for dungeons really changed. Some say for the better, some say for the worse. I don't like some of the earlier dungeons that much because they have a weird flow to them, but a lot of people actually like that. When you're trying to do your leveling roulettes and everything, it can kind of become a little bit overbearing sometimes to have to do all these weird outdated mechanics in older dungeons. And it really slows things down, and it really turns new players away from the game. Because, you know, it's the old problem of, it gets better later on, bro, trust me, it gets better later on. You just have to play the game for 800 hours before you get to the good part. And that's usually never a good way to convince someone to try something out or play a game. Typically, I like to be a show and tell kind of person if I can, because, you know, just word of mouth and just me telling like everyone, oh yeah, this is I like this thing, it's cool, blah blah blah. That usually doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's just me autistically rambling to people that don't really give a shit about anything I'm saying, so, you know. That's why streaming is nice, because I could just at least showcase why I think things are cool, why I think things are neat. She screamed. He die. What can I do next? Tam-Tara Deepcroft. Well, that's like baby's first dungeon. But it's very actually central towards Edda and her storyline. So I may as well just go ahead and show it off. Edda is like this little baby healer. And her and her friends watch you, the hero, the main character, go into a dungeon like it were nothing. And so that inspires her and her party to try it, but she doesn't have, like, the powers that you do. So their deaths are real, and they get fucked over by trying to follow you in your footsteps, I think is how the story goes. And it's a little side story that's told a lot through just, like, blink and you miss it cutscenes that aren't exactly cutscenes, but the characters, as you're progressing the story, like, they kind of just hang out. And you can kind of see them talking to each other, preparing to, like, go into a dungeon and whatnot. Basically, you know, there's just, like, a lot of, bugs, undead walking around, zombies, some demons. This isn't really one of the most exciting dungeons. Like I said, this is like one of the very rough first few dungeons, but it's still pretty brainless. It's kind of confusing what is even a boss, because these void guys right here show up after you kill the cultists, and that's apparently the first boss. You're like, oh man, that's a lame boss. Well, hopefully the next boss is cool. Spoilers, the next boss is just another one of those things. It feels like a normal enemy encounter. It doesn't even feel like a boss. Here's a side room no one ever goes in, because there's no reason to. I think they stopped making it so that enemies give you XP when you kill them in dungeons, so not even doing a full clear is even worth it anymore. It's all just clutter. They removed all reason to explore these dungeons. That they designed rooms that really had no purpose other than maybe having a treasure chest in it. So here you go. Here's another void soul counter. Boss dead. More garbage. Yum yum yum. So there's a reason why I'm showcasing this dungeon off. Because we're going to return to its hard mode immediately after, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Why is this a cool dungeon? This version isn't cool. This version is lame. It was like one of the first, if not the first dungeons you're going to be doing in Final Fantasy XIV. I think it's dependent on what city-state you choose to start in. If you start off in New Gridania, I think this is your first. No, it's been a while. I can't remember exactly. So I gotta go in here and get the rosary. Wipe out all these zombies. Hard mode version is certainly interesting. That it is. I like it a lot. I love when games have spooky stories and spooky side stuff. I kind of want a expansion of Final Fantasy XIV that dives more into undead and monsters and stuff. I want a Wrath of the Lich King kind of, that kind of expansion, you know? Alright, here's the real boss. The only unique boss in this dungeon. Oh my god, it's a mind flayer. Dead. I unfortunately don't get to show you how the boss battles really function, because like I'm just so overpowered. I could potentially maybe solo them as a blue mage, but even then I'd be overpowered. His mind blade. Yeah. Mind flayer, meat bullet. Or in this case, arrow. So that whole story with Edda and her party and how she gets inspired by you, and they all do, and they decide like, oh yeah, we're gonna go be dungeon dwellers too. We're gonna go kick monsters' asses and shit. It doesn't end well for her and her party. In this, the entire side story in this dungeon shows why. You get some pretty creepy cutscenes. Outside of the dungeon, though. You're like, why the hell is shit in Tam-Tara Croft like, why is it active again? What the fuck is going on? Why is it filled with demons? Why is it sent with voids? Why is it filled with void scent suddenly? Didn't you take care of the problem? I finally mustered the courage to speak with your hero, my love. Rickubus is as kind and wise as he is brave and strong. He listened attentively as I told him all about you, about us. Though he is a man of few words, or perhaps because he is, everything he said seemed to inspire me. Why, his gaze alone instilled me with the confidence I never knew I had. Truly, I feel better prepared to face the future for having met him. How right you were, my love. So now these guys who were just previously the bosses are just now regular minions. And this is like when they kind of start changing some of the dungeons. Instead of having to interact with the orbs, because people would forget, they just kind of deactivate by themselves now. Scarcely a week has passed since we returned to the village, and I already cannot help thinking it was a mistake. There was a time when this place seemed just large enough, but having seen the wider world, it all feels so insufferably confined that I often find myself struggling for breath. I know that it is the same for you, my love. The only time I feel truly alive is when I'm adventuring with you. We are as caged birds in this backwater. So long as we remain here, we will never spread our wings and soar. So let us take to the road and create a lifetime of wondrous memories together. Thank you, Mechanic Cat. I'll take a drink. Ah. I could not have hoped for a more romantic first visit to Mordana. The crystals that pierced the landscape glowed in all their majesty, as if to celebrate our future together. And as we laze by Silver Tear Lake, watching the waves lapping at the shore, the sun took its leaves behind the horizon, that we might enjoy a moment of intimacy. I want us to be together forever. You first said these words to me years ago, and you said them to me again tonight. I am so happy to be with you. So usually everyone's rushing through the dungeon. You're not getting to fucking hear this. You're not getting to look at these and read these. You're not really picking up on any of the context clues on what the hell's happening. If you're skipping cutscenes, you don't know what the fuck's happening. Here's one of the party members right here. But something's wrong with her. She's aggressive towards us. And she's dead. She's undead. And she's summoning best men. She was the archer of the party. I believe the only person who survived who was a part of the party is the one who is the quest giver. So interacting with that spawns this behind us. Those used to be like one of the scariest enemies in the game. You have been looking deathly pale of late. The scorching heat of Thalan does not agree with you. You were never fond of hot climates, and it was a mistake to come here. Let us make for Korthus, where the bracing air will put roses on your cheeks. I know. It's not easy being without a body. I promise to find one for you, but you must have patience. You are my husband-to-be, and there is nothing I would not do for you, so please have faith in me. Give me time, my love. I shall make you whole again, as you make me. So you can see her descent into madness. At this point, Edda is still technically alive. Discarded body. Spare soul. Spare will. You get some interesting enemy names in this dungeon. I am sorry to keep you waiting, my love, but we cannot afford to compromise. Not where your new body is concerned. Ordinary adventurers die often enough, leaving their ordinary corpses, but if you are to be like Rickubus, we cannot settle for anything less than extraordinary. But a strong body requires an equally strong soul, as I recently discovered. Now you are probably worried that strong souls are rare, and so they are, but never fear, for we can create one ourselves. All we need is plentiful supply of weaker kind, and they are common indeed. Be patient just a little longer, my love, and all will be as you desire. Ayo Rayo, he is the one who gives us the quest to come in here and, like, investigate. I can't move. My body, help me. The spare body. So this is the body that they're trying to create. Thought I was done for. I owe you one. I can't stand being here any longer. I'll see you outside. Now we're coming to the conclusion of this dungeon. It's much more interesting mechanically if you're doing it at a synchronized level. With the nigh endless supply of bodies here, it will make you well again, my love. Then we shall be wed as man and wife, and forever be joined as the gods intended. Of course, it is only fitting that a proper ceremony be held. With guests in attendance, I will send out invitations to all of our friends. They will be so happy for us. I have no doubt they will jump at the chance to part with their souls. Discarded eye, spare lung. Fly blown failure. More of those old traps that they used to put in dungeons, where if you walk near it, it activates like a bomb. Here's another Mind Flayer. This path has been blocked off now. So the final boss kind of enemy is now just a minion here. More failures. And here's Edda while she's still alive and going crazy. Having lost the love of her life, she's trying to use necromancy to revive him. And she has his severed head. Look, Avir, all these people have come to make you a gift of their souls. Isn't that kind of them? Even Rickubus is here. Now your dream of becoming like him can come true. So Avir Brave Arm was her love. And everything went wrong. All her insane writing on the ground. I've sadly never gotten to do the entirety of Palace of the Dead, but this is pretty much a prerequisite of it. So there's even more to this story. And we see what becomes of Edda after this cutscene. Go ahead and take care of him. What have you done? Avir, no. Her robe catches fire. Yeah, duty complete. One of the rare cases where your character is just like not happy about what just happened. It's just always finding the time and the spare time to like dedicate and make a static for like deep dungeons and stuff. And it's like 200 floors, and if you fuck up at like floor 199, then it's like what, back to floor 1 again? That's like what's always tough about the deep dungeons. But yeah, Edda becomes the boss of floor 50 if you could get to it. And basically, you could kind of wrap up the story if you get to floor 50, but that will require a lot of time, and time that I did not have to prepare beforehand, unfortunately. Let me get to an inn real quick and see. The whole Edda quest line is really fucking cool. I like it a lot. I kind of wish they would make more creepy offshoot stories like that, but I feel like they don't really like stray much from the main storyline anymore in that kind of way. If I'm ever feeling up for doing House of the Dead, I'll probably take you guys up on that offer. What was the main story quest? Okay. I need to do a bit of research real quick. Forgive me. Where would this quest be? Tribal quests, side quests. Of course that wouldn't work. What is, Would you guys happen to know? Wait. I think this. I think this is the one. No. That's the ending cutscene. It's kind of hard to navigate this and find exactly what I'm looking for. Records of unusual endeavors. Pretty much have every single quest done. No, shit, I can't fucking find it. They don't have a search function for this either, do they? Let's see, Ultimate Weapon, 7th Astral Era. Probably a lot of spoiler shit, who cares? It is all the old stuff everyone skips through the cutscenes anyways. Fuck, I'm trying to find where this is. I want to show you guys the cutscene. I should have figured this shit out before. I'm going insane. I'm going insane. Where would it be? Where would it fucking be? Wouldn't it be their duty? No. This is where me completing like everything is like fucking such a fucking hassle. Shit. Unusual endeavors, no. Side story quests, no. Gridania side quests. Oh well. I guess we don't get the... These are all just like, Oh well. Which ones am I looking for? I think it's a corpse groom. Would it... Actually, it starts at Olda, doesn't it? I'm thinking because... Okay, no, wait. I think I found out the issue here. Side quests. Olda side quest. There we go. There we go. There we go. There it is. I'm a fucking idiot. Here we go. This is after we finish the dungeon. It's finally over. Well, that it count. Well, that it could be have been different, but what choice did we have? God, that was a struggle. I was looking in the completely wrong place because I couldn't remember where you got the quest from. Let this be my last act as an adventurer. I've done quite enough harm as it is. I mean, to go home and live out my days and... Huh? No, it can't be. Their fucked up face. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Yeah, it's like one of the rare cases outside of a Hildebrand quest that they fuck with the character expressions that much to make very maniacal faces. They don't do that very often, but when they do it, it's usually a very memorable moment. They're like other characters too that makes them really like have some really shit-eating grins during cutscenes. Yeah, what else? Oh yeah, I had the little wind-up Edda minion out for this Halloween event. What would some other creepy dungeons be? I mean, Storm's Blood, we have Siren Song Sea. This one, I think this will be the last creepy dungeon I showcase. It's nothing too big or spoilery, I guess, but I like it a lot theme-wise. These jellyfish monsters are cool as fuck. I've always loved their designs. The first boss we'll see has a really cool design too. This is the dungeon to begin the adventure to Kugane, and like you're thinking, oh, it's gonna be an Eastern-inspired expansion, and your first thing is like sailing through this haunted-ass sea ghost ship place. So thematically, sometimes you never know what you're gonna get. So it takes me a little while longer to kill most of these enemies. Which is good, because it kind of slows down my pacing a bit. Brace for hard impact. Not really spooky enemies right here, though the giant snails have been... I don't know, giant bugs are always kind of creepy, honestly. And crabs are also kind of really morbid too when you consider what they are. They're scavengers of the sea, so they eat anything, and that includes corpses. So the implication of all these shipwrecks here, these crabs have definitely had their fair share of people meat. That's why I also don't like eating a lot of seafood either, because you never know what the fuck those things are eating in the ocean. This fucking boss right here, I love this boss. Look at this fucking design. This shit's so fucking cool. It's like some underwater, like, angel ghost thing wearing a creepy mask, and it's just got a giant face in its torso. Just don't know what the fuck it is, but it's a really cool design. Dead. Here we go, another giant ship graveyard. And a ghost ship just appears out of thin air. Ooh. Gotta fight some skeletons on a ghost ship. So I'm on Team Skeleton for Splatfest tomorrow. Shoutouts to video game skeletons. Gotta be one of my favorite things ever. The Governor. Another cool model. Like, seeing what they could do with, like, fucked up monsters and ghosts and everything like that just makes me want a full expansion, like, with some sort of gloomy atmosphere. Or give us an entire zone that, like, just screams Halloween. Or undead, or, like... I'm so sick of, like, desert, another desert. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get anything spooky in the new expansion, sadly. Maybe we will. Maybe they'll surprise us. I don't know. Isle of the Dead. Minus Koyo. Bone Crew. Rotting Captive. The dog creatures are cool too. These weird hellhound things. Just the atmosphere of this place, and like the undead warden too. This like big hulking dude that just has coffins on his arms. Love creepy designs like that. But maybe if they use too much creepy stuff all at once, it wouldn't have the same impact. Because usually non-horror, like horror levels in non-horror games tend to have more of a lasting impact than something that's just like nothing but pure horror. It's like that, like, you know, whenever it's a Nintendo game and there's always like, ooh, this is kind of like a weird, unsettling, creepy level, or the music is weird, like, that leaves more of an impression. Fleshless captive. A very cool enemy design. Lorelei. I don't know what the hell that name could possibly mean or imply. What it's applied to in fantasy, or maybe in lore, who knows? Maybe it's a name for a kind of siren. Her entire gimmick is forcing you to march in a direction. Was she the first boss to use this mechanic? I think maybe she is the first to use a forced march. But eventually she fills up the entire arena with stuff, and you have to like gauge where you're gonna like forward march or retreat to. Yay! My goofy ass little victory pose. What other... I think that's pretty much like kind of everything I could kind of show that's like mostly creepy, and in the terms of like being creepy. There's always Ampidor Keep, which is more void scent, but nothing too crazy happens there. Then there's what is it, the library, the Great Gubal Library. That's another kind of creepy one, but I think I showed like some of the older, creepier dungeons that we've had, and there's probably some more to come. Let's head back to my home, and then we'll wrap up the stream. Didn't expect this one to last too long, but you know, I like always showcasing stuff when I can. Oh, yeah, there it is. This was one of the past seasonal event rewards, which is just a bunch of pumpkins, but its little gimmick is at night, these ghosts appear. I think I have it in this house, I'm not sure. No, I must have moved it to the other one. This is just like my normal house that I haven't had time to decorate or do anything with. This is my little FC house over here. Oh, here it is right here. This spotted plant too. The ghosts appear around it when it's nighttime. So very, very good timing for it to just kind of, you know, pop up, I guess. Woo. And that'll be it for Final Fantasy XIV today. There you go. There's the yearly spooky Final Fantasy XIV stream. Let me adjust that a bit. Okay, there we go. If you're still on the fence about whether or not you want to play Final Fantasy XIV or if it's for you, I don't know. Pretty soon there'll be Stormblood will be free to play, so that's like the first, like the base game, the first major expansion, Heaven's Ward, and then Stormblood will all be free to play very soon. So, you know, if you want to dive into Final Fantasy or whatever, hit me up. I'll give you a recruitment code or whatever. I want to get those recruitment mounts one way or another. I'm never going to get any of those. Trying to convince anyone to play this game is like way too fucking hard. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know for most of you, you've already seen a lot of this content, but for I don't know, anyone else that just doesn't know what the fuck goes on in Final Fantasy XIV, this is like a little sample stream of like what the game kind of has to offer. If you like spooky stuff, if you like Halloween stuff, you know, a little tiny showcase of some of the spookier dungeons and content. Anyways, tomorrow we will do Splatfest. Let's head out to the front porch. So yeah, I will try to do Splatfest early tomorrow, as early as I can, because there's some stuff that I do want to do later on in the night, and you know, there's some streams I want to catch too if I'm able to, so hopefully I get a good night of rest tonight, and I'm able to not be a tired mess, a tired, hungry mess, and I could give you guys, you know, the Splatoon 3 streams, the Splatoween. It should last maybe about 3-4 hours. I don't know. We go from rank 0 to rank maximum, so that takes quite a while to do. Yeah, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for watching the VODs on Twitch and YouTube, if you do that as well. Appreciate all the support. Let's see who I could potentially raid tonight. God, everyone is on tonight. Oh my god. It's been a while since I've got to raid Narrator, so I'll send you guys over there. You'll get the early taste of Splatoween. So take care, say hello, go follow Narrator. They're a very, very, very talented VTuber, artist, model maker, a lot of things. Anyways, catch y'all tomorrow. Or more Halloween and all the other streams after that. Oh man, I'm gonna be so fucking exhausted come November. I might need some time to recharge. I'm such a fucking, the easiest thing to say is, man, I'm such a fucking introvert. Everyone says that, but goddamn, Mike, I get drained. I really get drained faster than anyone else, I feel. I feel like the whole introvert thing applies to me. But then again, here I am a VTuber, but like, it's just easier for me to have one-way contact through voice sometimes. I don't know, I'm really weird like that. Anyways, yeah. Take care. Have a nice night. Have a good night. Have a comfy night. Have a spooky night. Farewell. Bye-bye. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.